Are you wondering what time to expect Thursday's big game update? Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to my Sims 4 news video. So I'm going to cover that. I'm going to cover some things that I recommend you do to prepare for the game, what we know is expected in the game update, and also a little bit of Adventure Awaits news that we got. So if you went into your game, you may have seen this. I got this screenshot yesterday, i.e. on Tuesday, about the September 18th big update, and then they're suggesting you might want to remove and back up save files if you use mods and custom content. I personally would recommend you back up save files even if you don't use those, but we'll cover that when I go over some things I recommend you do to prepare for a game update. So we knew from that quality of life roadmap on Monday that PC Mac are getting the game update for the Adventure Awaits expansion pack, i.e. the base game update, on Thursday, September 18th, and that console is going to get it on September 23rd. Those TDESC files have already been released, and I did see someone, Zuru I believe, tweet that they had found some information about Adventure Awaits in there. But I didn't see anything about information found for the game update, so which I found interesting. But anyways, here is when I would expect the game update to take place. This is based on past practice. Usually the game update goes live at 10 a.m. Pacific, and I'm in the Eastern time zone, so that is 1 p.m. for me. And there's like a screenshot, kind of small, of where it is in some other popular places in the world, but I will be linking in the description and in the pinned comment so you can find out what time that is in your own time zone. Again, I don't know for sure. This is just based on what their past practice is. So as to what we know we're getting in it, we know we're getting the fixes from the laundry list. This is just a high level thing of some of the big things fixed or being fixed in the update. So there's 10 items noted there. The entire list had, I believe, 41 items on it, and I covered that in a separate video, which I'll link at the end if you'd like to see more details. I'll also link to the actual laundry list down below. And the game is going to prepare for that Forever Friends event that is starting on September 23rd. This is a screenshot I got when I went into my game. And here's a quick look at the items that we're supposed to be getting for it. It's a 4-week event. And so there's things that you can get for 4 weeks. And there's also a new collectible, just like the other events. And this seems to be child focused. Now, here's a couple of announcements that I saw from different servers. Deaderpool here. Historically, expansion pack patches are known for breaking every mod under the sun, so they strongly recommend you go offline in order to prevent your game from updating automatically. You don't actually need to go offline. I would suggest you turn off your automatic updates, but I'll cover that later. And then again, backing up your game files. Now, they will be closing their support channels tomorrow, or on the day of the update, shortly before the patch. This is what they've been doing for the last little while because people aren't actually testing with their mods out, because, you know, if you don't take your mods out, usually things break. And also you can corrupt your save if you try and do that. And we also got the same message from the Sims After Dark server. I have a Discord server and I have it feed into my mod news channel, so I got the screenshots from there, but I'm also obviously in those Discords too. And they've essentially said the same thing, and they're too long, do not read, expect lots of mods to break tomorrow after the patch, get prepared now and watch for updates. And they are also having a break, similar to the Deaderpool Discord. They've been, again, doing that for a while. Now, if you're curious how to prepare for an update, and this is basically for computer players, and this update is only going to be for computer players tomorrow because console is getting this update next week. Before you update, make a backup of your saves. Now, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 players can do this too before the update next week. Then I recommend you move your mods folder to your desktop. Also, check your saves folder for any mod settings files. Some mods, like the 18 Plus Wicked Whims and Wonderful Whims, and there would be some others, but those are two that I know do this, put their settings files in there. And if you move your mods folder out and don't have them in your game and your settings files are still there, you can still have problems. After you update, I recommend you repair your game in the EA app, and on Steam, this is Verify Game Files. Then I recommend you delete your local thumb cache files, which is in your The Sims 4 user folder. Then you need to wait until your mods and custom content are either cleared or updated before adding them back in. Keep in mind that with major updates, some mods can get updated multiple times before they are actually fully working. And this reminder here that mods and custom content are automatically disabled with most updates. They will be automatically disabled with this update. That doesn't matter if you've actually done what I recommended with point 2, but some people don't. So if you haven't removed your mods folder and you go in and you go, oh, my Sims are naked and have no clothes on, that's because of that. Do not save your game if that has happened, because it will be removed permanently. Though if you've backed up your saves, you can always roll back to before. Now, I have more details in a tutorial video on how to prepare for a game update. So if you want that, I show how to do some of these things. I recommend you go check that out. Also note, and you may want to do this, if you want to temporarily avoid the update, turn off automatic game updates and go offline with the EA app before you want to play your game. It's fine to actually be online with the EA app as long as you have automatic game updates off. It's just when you want to go in, you need to go offline with the EA app. That's when it would force you to have to update the game, because you can't go in and be online without updating your game. Now, they are calling this, they, being EA, are saying this is a big update. And they pulled it forward from when I think they probably originally scheduled it to be, which I'm thinking was when the console is getting the update, i.e. the 23rd. So I'm wondering if something big is happening with this update. Not that I've seen anything. The things that I'm seeing, the laundry list doesn't seem major. And obviously the Forever Friends event doesn't seem a major either. But I don't know if they're making some changes that could cause problems, and that's why they're bringing it forward. I especially recommend that you temporarily avoid the update if you're a mod user and don't want to play without your mods in your game. But even as a non-mod user, sometimes game updates can cause very big problems. A couple of updates that come to mind where everybody was affected, not only mod users, is the pre-high school years update, where we had an issue where people who played on short lifespan or long lifespan, the long lifespan Sims were aging up and dying, and the short lifespan Sims were not aging up as quickly as they should have because they had broken the connection, and so that was causing major issues for everybody. Then obviously we had the update where they changed everything with pregnancy and Sims weren't getting pregnant. That was very recent. And also recently we had the issue where people weren't able to live drag things the same way they could. I would say the live drag is probably a big nuisance factor, but not really game breaking, whereas the one where the Sims were aging up and dying, well, you were losing your Sims for that. So there are updates that can cause really big issues for all players, not just mod users. So you might want to bear that in mind, and you may still want to temporarily avoid the update even as a non-mod user. But if you don't, I highly recommend you use a brand new save file to check out the update before you go into any long-term save files, even as a non-mod user. So I mentioned that there was some information about Adventure Awaits. There was stuff from Zerbu. I didn't look into that in detail. I can link to his tweet down below if you want to go check that out. But we did have a blog post on the Sims of Gibby Point from the new pack, and there are screenshots of all the Sims that are going to be the pre-mades that were noted in the blog post at least. And if you want to see more details on them, I'll link to the blog post down below. They also had a Q&A about them, and it was a lot of chat, and they're supposed to be summarizing it and putting that up. I know with the last Q&A, it took a couple of days before it went up, so I'm not sure how long it will this time, but it'll be over on their Discord channel. So are you excited or nervous for this game update tomorrow? Here, as a reminder, are the times, and I will have a link down below so you can find out when that is in your own time zone. And again, if you want to temporarily avoid it, make sure your automatic game updates are set to be off in the EA app, and update then at your leisure. That's going to be it for this video. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!